Yeah, yo. Welcome to the basement. One drink, 3 mics, street dad just navigated life. Follow and subscribe and come chill and vibe, man. Now get ready, cause the basement is live.
After the original post, so it would probably fall all the way down and
probably didn't bump it. Anyways, welcome back to the basement, guys.
Oh, that go, man! I didn't know
What
we were recording. How long we been recording?
Probably like a minute and a
1
half.
minute and 2
Oh,
seconds.
wow! So yeah, this episode is. I'm just gonna jump right into it. Is what we gonna call it? Kicking it with the basement, shooting the crap with the basement. What we gonna call it?
I don't know.
Because we just don't have. This is a free-form episode. We're just gonna shoot the crap today. So welcome to the basement, where it's top level content from the lower level. We just gonna go right into it. We just knocked out a great interview with that boy Clay. Go check out his YouTube and his TikTok. He streams games. He does fishing, hunting. He's just a great dude. He'd fit right in here with us. Him and Ethan and all of them. They all work together from Hunting with Appalachia. Go give them all a follow. And while we're at it, follow Ghost on Elite Rejects on YouTube. Follow them. He wants to get to 500K followers for the end of the year. We could do it. To him, that's only 15 more K. To us, that's a big deal. We want to get 1K. Holler at us, follow us, share us, like us. Everything you do helps us out. We appreciate it.
For sure.
So, what y'all want to kick it? What y'all want to talk about today?
I mean, I'll start off with. I saw this post on Facebook, and it was an "Am I a Butthole" post.
Oh boy.
So, what it was, I don't have the entire thing memorized, but I remember the highlights of it. So, this man and this woman have been together for, I think it was like 8 or 9 months. You know, that's a pretty decent time for a relationship.
Yeah.
And the one thing that those two had in common was they were both big wrestling fans. Well, it just so happened that there was a wrestling event, I think it was an AEW event, was coming to their city.
All Elite Wrestling.
See, I don't even know what it stands for. I just know.
I've been to a couple of them.
I just know that, you know, it was coming to their town. They were super excited.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to go, and he mentioned it a couple of times, and she just kind of ignored it. And, you know, they used to always watch wrestling events and stuff. And whenever it came time for it, she was like, oh, I got to go out of town to visit, like, some family or something like that weekend. Well, turns out, after the fact, he was talking to her about the event. He was catching her up on what it was because, as far as he knew, she was out of town and wasn't watching it. And she slips up and mentions that she went to that event with a coworker. And so he got mad because his girlfriend not only went with a coworker, a male coworker, but also lied to him about going with said coworker, and then said that then she told him, like, how dare you get offended because I wanted to hang out with a friend. So, is this guy a butthole for getting upset that his girlfriend lied and went to an event without him with a male coworker?
Absolutely not.
Here's my thing. If we could do some editing on this video, there's one theme song that's going through my mind right now. But anyways, we won't do that. We won't touch that. But absolutely, he is not a butthole. That I would break up with that girl. No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Imagine if a
not.
dude did that, how he would get crucified.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm sure in the comments of that, they're going to be like, you go, big, strong. No, man. You know that dude. What? I don't care. You know how much he loved wrestling. That was y'all's thing, and you going to do it with another guy?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I mean, even though it's AEW, they kind of on the downward spiral. They're not the best right now.
That ain't the point.
But still, man, that's dirty.
well, I mean, my thing
No,
is,
she,
I feel like
she an a-hole.
no, absolutely, because you know, my philosophy with stuff is, if you're not like if you regardless of what you're doing,
It's Coke Zero. Same great taste, zero sugar.
my thing is that like if you're gonna do something and you have to lie about it, you already know you're in the wrong.
Oh, for
Absolutely.
sure.
1,000%. So like, if you knew that you had to lie to your significant other to go to that wrestling event with a male coworker, you already knew you were in the wrong.
Yeah.
So you've already lost the battle, in my opinion.
No, I agree. 1,000,000,000%.
Speaking of wrestling, Chick-fil-A today in the mall, the Boogie Woogie Man was there giving out autographs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Jimmy Valiant. I know.
I don't know who
But-
it is at all.
Matt Riddle is wrestling right down the road from us right now. I don't know if y'all know who that is. The original bro. I was going to go to that event today, but my son has the flu, so can't go. So you get great podcast instead. No, I'm just playing.
Where's the event? The mall?
It's at the mall, yeah. It's inside the mall. My buddy texted me. He said, you know where Rose's is at? Shoe show. They blocked that entire part off to the mall, put the ring down there in front of Rose's.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool. That's good.
Hey, I mean, that mall's dying, so I mean, if you're able to get some kind of business coming in, I mean,
Next time I want to go wrestle somebody.
Hey, what was it, Jeff Paul, J&J News? Let me get in that ring a little bit. Let me get the graps on with somebody. I'm just playing them out shape and old.
Yeah, my back would hurt first time I got clotheslined. I'd be like, "Oh, just roll me out of here."
Let me be your manager.
man, you'd at least get to the ring. I'd probably hurt myself on the walk-in.
Hey, give me a tennis racket. I come out like Jim Cornette showing what's up out there. I'll be your manager. So yeah, I'm with that guy. I'd be mad. I don't know if I'd break up. Yeah, I probably would.
Oh, yeah, I would.
Kick rocks, woman. Kick
I mean,
rocks.
that's definitely a discussion. That's got to be in the back of your mind if you're in that situation.
Yeah, go on get is what I'd say. Go on get. Now look at me. Made me look bad on National Women's Day. It made me look like a butthole. So, we all like football, right?
Yeah.
What is your favorite football position on the field? What is one position you watch and like, I really like that position?
I kind of got two.
What do you got?
Safety. I mean, mostly because that's what I played in football and stuff. And, you know, safety's a difficult position because, and I feel like it's definitely one of the more underrated positions.
Yeah.
Until you got a bad safety.
All right.
And another one, it's the one person on a team that is either a hero or a zero, and there's zero in between. The kicker.
Oh, yeah, the kicker.
Man, that kicker.
Hashtag Pat McAfee.
Hey, he was the punter, not the kicker.
He kicked too.
Yeah, he kicked at West
He
Virginia.
kicked. Yeah, he done it all. He done it all. Hey, look, in the NFL, he's threw touchdown passes.
He's a legend.
What's your favorite position? What positions? I'm gonna take two also.
Man, I like watching the line, specifically the defensive line.
Yeah.
I mean, because I played line. But also, I do like watching quarterbacks. I like watching their footwork. You know.
Yeah.
I know that's probably the most simple answer, but
Man, I like watching a good defensive tackle because you look at those guys, and it's crazy. You look at them, and especially in the uniform now, like where they've got those skin tight, basically painted on jerseys. They look like they're like these overweight guys. But have you ever seen them like in like street clothes and stuff like that? They just look like, well, I mean, yeah, they look like, you know, maybe a slightly husky dude. But yeah, on the football field, they look monstrous.
yeah.
And these guys are benching like 400 pounds.
Right.
And could still run like a sub 540.
Yeah.
Like, people that big should not be that fast and that strong. And I feel like they're very underrated and underappreciated.
If I had to pick my favorite position to watch, and it is because it's one of my positions I love playing it, is linebacker.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically, outside linebacker. I love the outside linebacker position because they're more of like a hybrid defensive back / run stopper.
Yeah.
I like how you can drop back, but at the same time, if you can time that blitz out right as an outside linebacker, you going in untouched.
Yep.
And you can just clean somebody's clock. Now, on the flip side, my favorite position, I guess it's a play. Well, let me get. There's two of them on offense. One of my favorite positions is, it's very underrated. They don't even use it anymore in the NFL, a fullback.
Oh, yeah.
I love a fullback. And I'm not even talking like a running fullback. I'm talking about one that just goes out and just knocking dog crap out of somebody.
Yeah.
And then a pulling guard.
Yeah.
Oh, pulling guard or pulling tackle. When them blocks, whew, I love it. I love it. That's football to me. You probably get flagged for it in this day and age.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, let's transition to basketball. What's your favorite basketball position to
Well,
watch?
I want to start this
Okay.
because I have a basketball hot take.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So I want to comment on the Stephen A. LeBron James situation.
Okay.
Nah, I'm ready.
Stephen A. was not in the wrong for the things that he said. He told the truth. And LeBron he just couldn't take it.
Well,
Now,
want to summarize what it was? Because I've only heard like a couple things.
yeah, so Stephen A. more or less said that Bronny was put into a bad situation by his dad because his dad said, you know, whatever team gets Bronny, they get me, and I'll accept whatever pay to play with my son for a year.
Right.
And so, the Lakers, of course, didn't want to lose Bron.
Yeah.
And so they signed Bronny. And then, he's not being very well received because he's not that great. No. Let's be honest. Yeah. So Stephen A. said, you put your son in a bad position and he's underperforming. And LeBron couldn't handle it. I mean, yes, I get that that's his son that he's talking about, and nobody wants to hear their kids be talked about. But, when you're LeBron James and your son is playing on the Lakers now because of you, and that's the only reason, everybody knows that's the only reason he's not in the G League.
Well, the bad part is that they do have like a 2-way contract with him, but it's like the most backwards 2-way contract I've ever heard of.
He makes a lot of money.
Yeah, he gets, because he was drafted, it makes him go from league minimum to he's getting like $3 million a year. And
but he don't need, because he probably still lives with his dad. Just being honest. I mean, I would. Shoot, I ain't gonna hate on him. If my dad was, shoot, I'd move in with my dad right now.
But his 2-way contract is the most backwards thing I've ever seen. For their home series, he's in the G League. Mm-hmm. But for away series, like whenever they go away, he travels with the Lakers. Usually it's backwards. Usually they'll, like if it's a home game, the 2-way players will be there for the home games. And then away games, they'll be with the G League.
That's, I'm sure, something else that Bron worked up for him.
Oh, absolutely. Because it's like, well, then if we're at home, I can still see him every day. And then whenever it's away games, he can go with me.
Yeah.
But
so
and he has improved as far, like, on the G League side. He had a very rough start to the G League, too. I mean, his NBA stats are terrible and his G League stats were rough. But he has improved on the G League side, which, and don't get me wrong, I don't hate on LeBron for the situation just because, as a parent, if I could set my son up with a multi-million-dollar contract, you best believe I'm doing anything.
100%.
So, I mean, I want to hate on it because I do feel like, in a sense, it flat out wasn't fair. But as a dad, I would do the same thing.
Yeah, I would too. And that's what I said with LeBron getting upset over it. I can understand that. But what was crappy was he knows how to get a hold of Stephen A. He could have had a conversation with him over the phone, FaceTime. Stephen A. even offered to fly to him to meet. But instead, what LeBron do? He waited till Stephen A. was courtside at the Lakers game and confronted him like a punk. Because he knew, which, I mean, let's be real here. If they actually got into a fist fight, it probably wouldn't work out very good for Stephen A.
No.
But that he's courtside. He's representing ESPN.
Yeah, he has to stay professional.
He can't be out there arguing with you.
Yeah.
So more or less, LeBron came over, gave him his business, and turned around and walked away because he wasn't man enough to hear what Stephen A. had to say.
Yeah, that's like flirting with the waitress at work. Whenever you know that she got to be nice to you, get doing that.
Yeah, like call the man and have a conversation with him. Be like, hey, dude, I don't really appreciate what you said.
Mm-hmm. Or be a keyboard warrior at that point. That's still better than being like. He has to stay professional at that point, or he loses his job. And ESPN's firing everybody, so he's really got to be on his P's and Q's.
So, you said that if they got into a fight, it may not go Stephen A's way. I've seen LeBron not even get touched and cry. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Stephen A. Smith could take it. Yeah. I'm not a Stephen A. Smith fan, though.
I'm not either.
I don't like this era that we're in ESPN. Where everybody's got scream and yell at each other. I think that stuff is so stupid. Like, the only time I like bickering and arguing, and I don't know. I like Shaq and Barkley. I like when they go at it.
Yeah.
But this, I got to scream over top of you, and then I got to insult you. I hate that stuff.
Yeah. No,
that's why I liked Around the Horn, because, like, if one of them start getting too aggressive, they would literally just mute them, and they keep on going with the conversation.
Yeah.
Isn't that show ending?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to give it another shout-out. Like, that's honestly one of the things that would make me wanting to do a podcast more than anything, just because of the fact that, I don't know, that's kind of what Around the Horn reminded me of.
Yeah. Well, I am a Stephen A. fan. I feel like, anyway, he's pretty unbiased on most things. He's going to tell you how he feels about it, and then that's that,
He's unbiased until it comes to the Cowboys. Then it's just
then it's just stupidity.
Hey,
But
let me pause this conversation real quick because we're at like the 15-minute mark, and this is our Friday episode.
yeah,
So we're gonna do Shout Out Friday real quick, and the only reason why I'm doing that because I'll forget is this actual episode is sponsored by a couple people. The first sponsor we got is Top Shelf Lawn and Mower Service. It's my guy we graduated with, Matthew Hudgens.
yeah.
And he does mowing, mulching, trimming, edging, mowing repairs, pressure washing, and much more. He also states that if you're cutting your grass and that belt pops off and you don't know how to put it back on, call the man up. He'll come out there and fix it for you. If your chain's messed up on anything, he'll come out there and fix it for you. We'll put his actual picture on our Facebook page. You'll have his number. It's I'm not going to put it on here, but it's Top Shelf Lawn and Mower Service in Southern West Virginia, Mercer County, West Virginia. We'll put it on our Facebook page and share it.
Yeah, most
Sorry
definitely.
about that. I just want to
No,
plug
you're
him real
good.
quick. I told him I'd plug him. I'm gonna do it for him. Okay.
Good deal. Good deal. Y'all give him a call. Get your grass cut. Let him fix your mower.
He said your first cut's free if you sign a year contract with him, and that's a pretty good deal. Because I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's hard to get people to work for you these days. You know?
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, and because there's not many that does it, that you got to get in there quick if you want to have somebody that'll cut it consistently.
Yeah, because I mean, you got people that will cut your grass, but sometimes it's not that great. I mean, let's just be real.
Well, and then you got the people that, you know, if they're good, they're going to be busy constantly. So, you know, you got to stay, you want to get a routine schedule set. So you want to get in with people as early as possible.
Absolutely. So, another shout out I want to give actually is a local in Bluefield, Princeton area of West Virginia. Is Angel Carver. She cuts hair. Give her a call. Add her on Facebook. Set your time up with her. She'll cut your hair. She'll get you looking right, looking fly.
Most definitely. She hooked my boys up. Great person too. Fun to talk to. Definitely go give her go give her a follow on Facebook.
Yeah, she's been one of our supporters since
absolutely.
Day one.
Absolutely. And did you say the name of the salon? It is Hello Gorgeous in Bluewell. Yeah.
Oh shoot, that's where I take my boys.
Yeah.
Oh well, my wife takes my boys there. One more special sponsor here is also with Angel. I will tell you this: if you come to any Montcalm sporting event, you can be within a 5-mile radius, and you can hear Angel cheering them boys on. She is passionate.
Oh yeah.
There's sometimes I'll be coaching on the field, and I just look up and I'm like, hey man, I need somebody to be loud. And there I go, come on boys! She's great. I love her. I love her to death.
Absolutely.
One more sponsor is a TMC Premier Travel with Alexis. She will get you set up in. I've seen one thing she was sharing. Cruises to Alaska.
Oh,
My
yeah.
dream vacation
A cruise
is
to
to go
Alaska?
to Alaska. Yeah, you fly out to Washington or whatever, get on a boat, you go up to Alaska and
Yeah, you
check it out.
You lost me with the flight there.
I'll drive. This man's a conspiracy theorist right now.
No, do you know
but-
how long that would take to drive to Washington, though?
I've done it.
He's done it. He used to be a truck driver. He all right.
But anyways, I've seen her hook people up with some awesome stuff for
Disney
vacations.
trips,
Yeah.
everything. Just give her it's TMC Premier Travel with Alexis. It's on Facebook. We'll share all this information on our Facebook page. Our Facebook page is simply The Basement. Look us up, add us, follow us. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok. We're on everything.
We'll put the links to their pages in our YouTube videos.
Absolutely. We'll take care of all of that.
Hey, and as always, we are sponsored by W Energy. That's what keeps us going on these late night streams.
Yep.
Yep. Well, this was not a late night stream. Well, I mean, it's 11:30 at night. It's no 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, we're still like 2 to 3 hours ahead of schedule, so we're doing pretty good.
We do lose an hour tonight.
So that kind of cancels
Terrible.
out
Yeah.
everything.
That makes me want to flip the table.
Please don't.
Yeah.
So, I was talking about let's go to basketball positions. So, we're only 5. What's your favorite basketball position?
That's
You
tough.
just
I mean,
finished coaching basketball this year.
I
This
did.
season. So, what you got?
man, I don't know, because like, especially with now, basketball today is definitely way different than how it used to be.
is.
And honestly, the most common phrase that they refer to with basketball now is positionless basketball.
It is.
Because you've got like so many like 6'6" to 6'9" guys running around that it's like, well, you know, we just have one person that gets the tip off and then whatever. But I will say this. I still think that a dominant center is one of the most exciting things in
Right.
basketball.
That's mine right there.
Ah,
I-
Watch-
and I mean like a Shaq, Yao Ming,
watching that big man underneath just grab them boards down and slam it home. Oh,
like
yeah.
you got two, especially when you got two big centers, and you got one backing down the other, and then it's just all right. Who's stronger?
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to
Who
give a
wants it
shout
more?
out in just a second, all right? Because my favorite position in basketball is an old school center. I love somebody that can get down in the paint, get down there and whoop up on some people. That's just the way it should be. I'm trying to find his. I can't remember kid's name. So.
Oh, I thought I was going to be your old school center shout out.
Old school center. All right, so everybody knows I am a proud Montcalm High School alumni.
You are?
I am a general through and through, just like this man.
Yep.
And right now, our Montcalm High School boys basketball team just laid the smackdown on Richwood in the Region 3 tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, whooped them by 38, 40 points.
Yeah.
Great job, guys. No hate to Richwood, but better luck next year. But anyways, this dominant center, I like a man that can go down there and just get board after board and then put it up and fight. Old Donovan Reed down at Montcalm. Shout out to you. You are what I like in basketball. A man that just gets down there and just beats people up.
Man, I'm telling you right now, I went and watched him play not too long ago, and I don't think I've ever seen a rebound machine like him. Like, he's like Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, he was destroying it down there.
Yeah.
They couldn't stop him. And he wasn't, like the other kids were taller than him. A lot taller than him. You couldn't tell it. He dominated down there.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it. I loved every bit of it. Heck yeah, man.
That's some old school basketball.
That's what I love. Old school basketball, and I like somebody that'll hustle up. That whole Montcalm team hustles up and down the court and plays defense.
Great group of kids, man.
That's what you don't see anymore is defense. So we hit the basketball. I would go. We got baseball. What type of position y'all like in baseball? I'm an old school baseball person. I like that catcher. That if a man coming home from third base and the catcher's got the ball,
He's gonna body him.
I want that boom.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I like it's fun to watch a good pitcher try to throw a no-hitter.
Yeah, it's so hard though, man. People are just so good these days.
I'll be honest. Until they put the pitch clock in baseball, I about couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they
That
stand
has
out there.
helped so much.
They stand out there, throw the ball around, get them a pinch of snuff, scratch their balls, eat some sunflower seeds.
Man, I think that they've said that that's actually cut games down like 45 minutes to an hour.
It has
Just
to.
by adding a pitch clock.
Let me ask y'all a question. Okay, you know everything's wanting to go to AI.
Yeah.
How do y'all like the automated strike calling machine?
Oh, no.
I don't mind it as a challenge, as long as it's like how football is, where your challenges are regulated.
You gotta
And
do that.
yeah, but as long as you only get a certain number of them. Now, if it's every single play, the batter can challenge it. That would be annoying. But now, if it's like a crucial moment, bottom of the ninth, tied, full count, and the ref or the umpire makes a call, and it's outside the zone, but it's like one of those. I don't mind it in situations like that where a game could literally be on the line. I get, that's one of the things that's always appealed to baseball is the human side of it. But I definitely don't want it to be I know eventually it's going to go to where that's the only thing. But I don't mind it as like a challenge, more or less. And as long as it's numbered, like a limited amount.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. I like that umpire being back down there in it.
Yeah.
I like it. It's going to happen. You're going to have,
Yeah.
you're going to have error. Machines. I've shot an AR-15 on an automated system, and you can shoot dead center. It's the same system.
Yeah.
And you can shoot dead center and be sitting there pegging it, over and over and over, and it'll have your shots all around. So it's not the thing's not accurate. You can.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they've come a long way since I've shot that target, but.
Well, here's my thing. When it's a bad call, who we going to yell at?
Man, who am I kicking dirt on?
Oh, yeah,
And who's
there
I
you
coming
go.
out there and be like, you that good? We'll charge the man.
Yeah.
All right, look, that was a good pitch you struck me out on. Now I'm running up here.
You daggone eye umpire.
Yeah.
Come pour water on you.
Yeah. That's right. That is basic. I love it when a man just get out there and kick dirt on him. And
Yeah.
That's it. You're out of here.
As a Pirates fan, I think that we've had a few of those in our history.
Yeah, the Braves, too, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, baseball season's kicking up. That's why I got my boys and Amelia actually signed up to play some t-ball. So
Nice.
it's gonna be an adventure. It's gonna be an adventure.
For sure.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, my family's always been baseball. Like, that's what my family primarily was baseball fans. I couldn't get into it. Levi, I've asked him a few times if he wants to play. He doesn't seem too amused, and I'm not forcing him into it. I'm like, you know what? We can skip baseball season.
When I was growing up, I told him, I said, if you'll just let me bat, I'll play. But, like, as far as catching the ball with the glove, I would just as soon to take the glove off and catch it with my bare hand.
Man, I was the opposite. I was really good at fielding. I was really good at it. I couldn't bat to save my life, though.
I just sucked at baseball. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, I'll tell you what, I used to take them daggum crab apples and throw them up and hit them with a ball bat. If you can hit that thing, you can hit anything.
In the front yard. I was a legend in the front yard with crab apples.
Hey, if you can hit them little things you throw up in the sky, you can hit anything.
Man, I seen this bat because you got to buy equipment now with the kids because nobody provides anything. But it's a number 2 pencil bat. That is so cool. I'm like, man, cool. I wish they had stuff like that when I was growing up.
Did you say that's a bat you got, or it's one that you want to get?
I want to get. It's $150.
Yeah, I know. I do. I know how much they are. That's why I was asking.
What is it, Easton or something?
I think so.
I don't know. They're all super expensive.
Yeah.
One thing I do
baseball,
like, I think
baseball and softball is an expensive sport.
I will say this. One thing I do like that Major League is doing, like MLB, is that I can't remember if it's the All-Star game or if they just do like one weekend or something like that. But they let the players use custom bats and stuff like that. And the number 2 pencil was actually one that they used in one of those games.
Those are such a cool bat.
You know what I think would be cool for Major League?
What?
Let them have like a home run derby or something. Like, you don't want a pitcher out in front of these guys when you do this, but let them use aluminum bats.
Heck
dear
yeah,
God.
dude, that would be great.
So it's funny that you mentioned that. I remember seeing a video. It's like in the 80s or 90s. It was something like that. They actually, Major League Baseball actually did an April Fool's Day joke saying that this year they were going to do the home run derby with aluminum bats.
Dude, I think we should do it. Let's see how far they can crank one out, man.
That's what I'm saying.
See if somebody can hit it 1,000 feet.
Yeah, crank it out there, big dog. Let's
just add to it. Let's let them drop a tennis ball down there in the bat too.
Oh, gosh. Oh, man.
Imagine somebody like daggone Barry Bonds or somebody with aluminum bat.
Or just to add a modern taste to it, Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
No, I tell you what.
That's a dude that can crush it.
Tell you what, peak steroid Mark McGwire.
Oh, yeah.
That dude would crush that ball.
And I say you can't have a pitcher because you can imagine a line drive coming off
boy,
on
that'd
it.
kill him.
Yeah.
That'd kill him. Oh, boy.
Have to use like a pitching machine.
Right.
Oh, you would. You would have to. Because, man, like he said, if a line drive hit him in the head, it'd kill him.
I seen one dude get hit in the face right here and like swollen up his whole area. Like, imagine him coming off an aluminum bat.
Yeah, every time I used to pitch in backyard baseball, never failed, man. I get pegged right in the side of the head with a line drive.
I remember where Isabella was playing softball. We went and bought these nice aluminum bat for her. I went inside, I come back outside, and Uriah was out there throwing rocks and hit him. I'm like, don't do that! No, that bat! Oh, man. Because, it's not cheap.
No, it's not.
Like, you could go and get these $20 gloves, but they're only going to last that season.
Yeah.
Or, for the most part, you could get like a 10.5 inch, 11 inch glove, and they can use that forever. 11 inch glove, 10.5 inch glove, and you break that bad boy in. Once you got a baseball glove that's broke in, that's it.
That's unmatched.
That's it.
I do remember wherever it came down to sports and stuff like that, like, most of the time my mom and my dad or whoever would be the ones to buy my equipment and stuff like that. Except for baseball season would roll around, and my uncle would volunteer to buy my glove, and he would always buy it, and he'd always bake it in the oven and do that stuff to get it broke in really good. So like every time I got a new glove, it did not feel like a new glove. Yeah. Like it looked new, but it did not feel.
The new glove feel is the worst.
Yeah, you can't do nothing with it.
Yeah.
Hey, but on the flip side, a really old glove feel is just as bad, if not worse. Have you ever picked up a glove that's
stiff?
Yes, that's
true.
I feel like you got to hit it with a baseball bat just to loosen it up some.
Yeah.
Right, man. So let's transition to gaming, because we're all gamers.
Yeah.
What is your favorite gaming moment? And it could be anything from the video game, from playing with people, anything like that.
I've got a few. I got one that I definitely want to give at least as an honorable mention.
What you got?
Because there's a saying that I still say to this day, and it's from Gears of War 2. Did you guys ever play those games?
Mm-hmm.
So Gears of War 2, I still remember it. There's a character in there named Dizzy. Dizzy is about... It's like you put one of us in Gears of War, basically. Funniest character ever. But he has a saying in there. He said, "I got your back like a butt crack." And I still say that to this day. And the reason why I gotta give that an honorable mention is because the voice actor just recently passed away. And I'm like, I still say that. Like, I don't even remember when that game came out. But I've been saying it ever since then.
Heck yeah.
But honestly, I feel like one of my favorite gaming moments was actually whenever I started playing video games with y'all. Whenever we were playing Modern Warfare, like every night on Search and Destroy.
Oh gosh, I got so burnt out on Search and Destroy. I don't even play Call of Duty to this day because of that.
Hey, but you know what though? Those were some of the most fun times.
It was, buddy.
That's where you got your best content.
And only if we had a podcast back in those days. Well, we'd be canceled. We'd be canceled.
We would have got canceled after like the first night.
Oh yeah, it was fun though.
It was.
I think my overall favorite gaming moment was honestly like growing up, and I do this with my boys now. But growing up, me and my dad and my brothers, we would play Deer Hunter, and we had like okay, it's your turn to go on this hunt. You kill a deer. Whoever gets the biggest. None of us were hunters. My dad didn't hunt, but we like video games. Yeah. We play on the computer. And we're like, whoever got the biggest deer wins for the night. Or we'd play like Call of Duty United Offensive, and whoever had the best kill-death ratio, which obviously wasn't me, would win that. And that's what we'd do like every weekend. That's what we would do. It was great, man.
That's awesome.
That's just my favorite gaming moment.
That's awesome.
Man, that actually reminds me of another moment, but I'll let Drew go and then I'll go.
I got, I don't think it's it's definitely an honorable mention, so I'll go to that. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, I used to steal his internet password. And it was dial up, so anytime I would log on, if they was on it, we'd kick them off. And
dog.
Yeah,
just remember his dad listens to all these.
Oh, he knows because actually this involves him. I believe he was playing Call of Duty Mice.
Yes, I loved it. I love Call of Duty Mice.
And I dialed up to the internet and kicked him off mid-game. I remember that still yet because I believe you called me and was like, "Hey, man, Dad's playing Call of Duty."
That was a good time.
But like actual game, it's hard for me, man. I got a lot of games. I don't think I can narrow a game down to my favorite. I mean, I love college football games. All the way back to, but, and then of course one of my favorite gaming moments was when they announced College Football 25. I've never been excited for a release of a game like I was that one.
Right.
But then also, man, like I used to play so much Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
And,
I played a lot.
Yeah. And Call of Duty. Like I can't really narrow it down to one specific moment. I would say probably when my boys started playing some of the games that I like to play, but I can't narrow it down to a specific moment. I'm just a gamer. I just like to play. Yeah.
Not only that, man. I can remember me and you. Nintendo 64. We probably logged more hours.
Yeah.
I mean, wrestling games, and then when Grand Theft Auto 3 come out, me and this guy, good lord,
yeah, we played it a lot.
Man, we'd play it from the time we woke up to the time we went to sleep, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, most of the time we just run around destroying things.
Yeah, we wouldn't even play the story mode.
Use all the cheat codes.
Go steal the Mafia's Mercedes-Benz and drive around like we was ballers.
Yeah. Grand Theft Auto 3 was a very underrated game.
It was. It actually, honestly, people can say what they want, but it set the stage for modern open world gaming.
Yeah.
For me, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like the first one that wasn't just top down for the
it was the first one that come down.
Yeah.
I can remember the trailer to this day. It was an opera singing.
Yeah.
While he's sitting there with a flamethrower lighting people up.
I remember playing the original Grand Theft Auto on PlayStation.
Yeah.
But also
we had those back in our time. The PlayStation 1 used to be able to jailbreak them.
Yeah.
And then play burnt games. You could burn games. Buddy, we had every game you think of on that PlayStation.
I think you could do that pretty much up to the 360.
Yeah, probably. If you could do it, we figured it out.
Another gaming moment that was really cool was when Vice City dropped and it was like 80s.
Yeah, that was cool. I love that feel.
Yeah, dude, it was.
That's a whole vibe.
If I could pick one Grand Theft Auto game for them to completely redo for new consoles and PC, it would no doubt be Vice City. I love San Andreas. GTA 5 is a good game. You know,
I'm tired of them remaking it.
We're never going to see GTA 6. But
no, it
anyway,
comes out this year.
Yeah, okay. If I could pick any of them for them to redo, 3 is close. Grand Theft Auto 3 is a good game.
I just don't know. I don't know if I want them to remake it.
Yeah.
It was that good.
But man,
I mean,
like I'm talking about just make
it.
Yeah, I'm just talking a re-release of the same game with today's graphics.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a great game.
Yeah.
Also, like a remake.
And like, so I could be on Vice City, just running around listening to Billie Jean on the radio.
Oh yeah, on your little scooter. I'm not gonna say the name of it.
Yeah. Yep.
Another good gaming moment that I thought of, and it reminded me whenever you mentioned it. So it was one Christmas. My mom was a single mom at the time, so you know, as a single parent now, I've definitely learned to appreciate moments and stuff like that a lot more. So I remember there was one year, you know, we did all of our Christmas stuff upstairs, and, you know, Christmas seemed kind of light, but me and my sibling, we were appreciative of it still yet, you know. And then my mom was like, well, let's go check downstairs. And she had bought, like, a brand new, like, 32-inch TV. I know kids today would be like, only a 32-inch? Yeah. But at the time, that was actually a big TV.
Yeah, it is.
And then, PlayStation.
Was it a flat screen?
No.
It
was a tube TV, but still.
Hey, man.
It was a 32-inch TV, like tube TV. Mm-hmm. It had, she got us a PlayStation 2 and like one of the NASCAR games and a steering wheel for it.
Oh, man.
And I remember she was like, well, I'll show y'all how to play, you know, because she thought, well, I drive, so I'll try playing.
Oh, no, it ain't the same.
No, it's not. And she was playing NASCAR, and then she's driving and, of course, hitting the wall constantly. And the pit and the crew chief's just like, get out the wall. You're hitting the wall. They went the wrong way. Why don't you try turning around? And she's getting so mad. Here it is, Christmas. She did this great thing for us. And she's just furious at this NASCAR game.
Let me tell y'all a funny story. So I used to play Halo a lot. And I was good. I was good at Halo. And my uncle come in from North Carolina, and we was like, we're going to play 4-player split screen, right? Blood Gulch. Remember that, man?
Yeah.
And I would get all the way up on top of the map where a rock was, and I'd get up there for a sniper rifle. Buddy, I'd smoke you on that game. Like, I would smoke. Hey, we was ranked, like, I think our clan was 17th in the world.
Dang.
We was freaking good. Like, but I was sitting there every time he'd move, I'd smoke him, and he'd find like, I can't move. What? Why can't I move? I said, cause you suck. And he slung the controller across the room. Oh, it was funny.
Man, you remember back in the day when we used to take the original Xbox and use the link cable?
System link?
Yeah.
Buddy. Hey, so we done this one weekend at my buddy's house. We went over there, we had 2 tents out in his front yard, right? And they run out extension cords for us and TV in each tent, and we run a system link from tent to tent, and we play Team Blue versus Team Red. Buddy, that was the days. Now
About how many fist fights did you guys get?
Oh, we used to fist fight for fun.
Yeah, dude, we had boxing gloves in the basement. We just beat the brakes off each other for fun. All the time. I mean, it was for the first, like, 6 hours of being in the basement, we just whooped. Not this basement, but we just whooped crap out of each other. That's probably what's wrong with me.
Could be.
A lot of head trauma.
Yeah, and then his parents would make a stop when somebody got mad.
Yeah.
When they got too mad.
Got mad, and, you know, it was fun times. Fun times. So, we played a lot of games. A lot of story mode games.
Yeah.
What's one gaming death? It's hard to say, because I got like 3 of them that I really don't like. But a gaming death that you just, like, it tore you up, man. You go ahead. I'll let you.
No, don't start with me. I got to think about this.
Real quick before we say it, you know, this is going to be a spoiler warning to anybody listening in case you haven't played these games before.
Oh, yeah.
Mine's old, so.
I mean, some of mine are old. I've got a few.
Go ahead.
I used to love the Call of Duty campaigns. I remember Call of Duty 2 big red one.
Oh, you gonna steal mine?
Dunley.
Is that the one where he got blown up, like going into the house and got shot?
Yeah, he goes to kick in that front door and that machine gun just lights him up. Oh my God, I cried. As a kid, I cried.
That was my number one, actually. That game.
Yes, because the whole time he's like the jokester and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
that's when Call of Duty games made you like the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, made you actually care about the character. So when that dude died, you were just like, no!
I'm telling you, I legit cried as a kid whenever that happened. It was like you get that attached to that character.
It was a tough one, man. It was a tough one.
Man.
So I said my number one. So right there, off the bat, you took it.
Yeah, honestly, man, I wasn't prepared for that. So
Yeah. Well, I got it written on board.
yeah,
I had another one too.
I
got two more.
I mean,
the same game.
I bet it's the exact same ones.
Well, I'm going first.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Red Dead Redemption 1.
Yep.
John Marston kicks that barn door down. I thought I was going to go ham and wear them all out. My man got destroyed. That killed me, man. I was like, because you get so invested in those games.
You do.
Go ahead and hit the next one. I know it's going to be.
I know it. I think.
Yep. Number 2 is going to be Arthur Morgan.
Yeah.
If you got the good one, the good cutscene where you was oh man.
That one's heartbreaking.
Man, Arthur Morgan. I want to play another game just as Arthur Morgan. I love that character.
I was actually thinking about saying that one, but I felt like it was because honestly, I just saw a video about it today.
Like something that with Red Dead Redemption 2, when it come out, that's the time. Like, I really wasn't into online games. I got into it for a while, then got out of it for a long time. And that's when I started to get back into it. Uriah was born, and I was off work for like 2 months because, state worker, you get 2 months off for kids. And so I was off, and Red Dead Redemption 2 come out. I went out there to, Bluefield, Virginia. I waited outside at midnight, got the game, come home, logged on. I seen one of my brother-in-laws online. I joined them, their party, so it's me, Shane, Aaron, and that's when I first started playing games with Bradley and Darius.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Red Dead Redemption brought that whole group together of gamers, and then we started that, and then I met you at a place we work. I was like, hey, let's come out and play some Call of Duty with us. And now we're all like this big gaming community. We got our own Discord. And
what are you talking about? Cool. You don't even play games anymore.
Not anymore. I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm giving top level content. That's why I'm busy. No, but yeah, so Red Dead Redemption has like a very fond memory for me. It was just a great game.
I'll be honest, mine was kind of the opposite with Red Dead Redemption 2. I remember whenever I first played it, I actually got mad because I was like, there is too much to this game. They added too much.
It was.
Like, it was overwhelming. Like, whenever you first played it, and especially after playing the first one, like, they added so much from the first to the second one. I'm like, this is just too much. Like, I can't even enjoy this. Like, I got to brush my horse. I got to eat I've actually got to eat. Like,
I love it, though, man.
As I got older, like, years later, I seriously didn't play it for years after that. And then I went back to it. Honestly, Darius is the one that taught me into it because this has just been a few years ago. Well, I mean, obviously, since we started gaming and stuff, Darius told me, he's just like, I mentioned something about, like, yeah, I've never even beat Red Dead Redemption 2. He's like, what?
It's a great game.
Yeah, he's like, you've got to at least finish it. So, ooh.
You know another gaming death? A lot of people probably, this is the kind of like, this is one of these games that if you like it, you love the game. There's no in between. You either love it or you just can't stand it. I love every bit of it. Vesemir, when he died on The Witcher. The uncle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, when he got killed by, what do they call it?
The Wild Hunt?
Wild Hunt, yeah, they killed him.
Literally the name of the game.
Man, that sucked. That sucked.
Yeah,
I've been
I
in the
didn't care
middle
for
of
that one
playing
too
that
much.
game.
Yeah, that's one of them games you either love it or you hate it.
Man, they've announced The Witcher 4. I'm already hyped.
Boy. Have you watched the videos to The Witcher 4?
Yes, that
Woo!
Siri.
Yeah, buddy, she's bad. Like, I mean bad, like she'd kill you. What about you? What's your gaming death? Gaming mode, gaming death.
Gaming death.
Yeah.
I still honestly, I was gonna say Red Dead Redemption 2.
Arthur Moore. That's a good one, man. It's tough.
And honestly, I can't think of. I was sitting back trying to think of like people that died in Grand Theft Auto, and then I was like, most of them deserved it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
They turned their back on you. They did something behind your back.
Grand Vice City. God, what's that one guy's name? Wore a white suit, had a Lamborghini.
Yeah, and you end up in his mansion. That guy. Was it Michael?
I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
That game was, I think it was a good game. Vice City was a good game.
Great game.
All right. So we'll move on. I know I'm hitting these points here. It's just a bullcrap episode, and then we're going to shoot the crap for a minute. This is going to be a good one. A best storyline in a game. What's your favorite storyline in a game?
I feel like I've gone first for all of them. I mean, I've already got mine in my head, but
I mean, go ahead or I'll go.
so mine's actually kind of an unpopular opinion. Ooh. And I know that if Darius listens to this, he's definitely going to have to make a comment to me about it.
Darius knows that the best weapon ever in a Call of Duty game is the MP40.
Or the AK-47.
Yeah, there you go.
Especially in Modern Warfare.
He hates that, buddy.
The 2019 Modern Warfare Electric AK. His favorite gun of all time.
He will rage quit and toss his phone when he hears this. Go ahead. What was your game storyline?
So, and it's another one it's honestly not super popular. It has its following.
Mm-hmm.
But the Horizon series.
I played the first one.
Zero Dawn was amazing.
Yeah, it was good. I quit, I went to Xbox, right?
Mm-hmm.
I sold my PlayStation 4 because Ark. Ark come out for Xbox on Game Pass, and I'm like, I want to play Ark. Buy a PlayStation. I sold my PlayStation in Walmart. Princeton Walmart parking lot, walked in, bought me an Xbox, come home. Got tired of the Xbox. I went and bought me a PlayStation 4. The first game, it actually come with Horizon. That's the first game I played, and I was like, this is a good game.
Yeah, it was, and it's one of those games. It's not super popular, but it has an amazing storyline.
Yeah, it is.
It's different, and I think that's why too many people don't like it.
It's very different. It's kind of like you're like a Native American, but you're in the future.
Yeah, it's like post-apocalyptic, but with machines. Like,
yeah, you're like primitive, and they're not.
Yeah.
What's your favorite storyline?
I'm gonna give an honorable mention to San Andreas.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I really like that one, but BioShock.
Yes, I love the BioShock games.
I love BioShock.
Oh, you're missing out. They're harder to play now because of graphics and mechanics and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can get them on the Xbox store though.
Yeah, you can. I've actually got them on PC and PlayStation, I think.
Well, at one time, PlayStation gave them all away for free.
Yeah.
So that's how I got them. It was like the Ultimate Collection or something they gave away. So, yeah, I got that.
Yeah, but the storyline though, it's solid.
Got you.
Would you kindly? You remember that from the first one?
No.
That's how they were brainwashing everybody. Like they would say, "Would you kindly
do something?" Whatever.
And then you it was like a mind thing.
Yeah.
And they had to do whatever you said after you said, "Would you kindly?"
My kids actually got into watching me play that game, to the point to where there was a game that I used to play with them, where I would carry Evie around when she was little, and I would be like the big daddy on there with the little girl. And all the kids would run in terror that I was gonna get them.
But hey, the big daddy protected the little.
That's true. It's a good game, man. You should check it out sometime.
What other storyline? You said that was your honorable mention.
No, I said San Andreas.
Sorry. Dang. So my favorite storyline, and this really surprised me when I played it. And it's going to shock y'all because it's not really these games. I mean, they used to be known for their storyline, but now not so much. Call of Duty World War II. The storyline,
that was during my Call of Duty hiatus, so I haven't played it.
That was an amazing storyline.
Call of Duty has had some solid storylines.
Like that one brought you in soldier from Texas, young, gets drafted, goes to World War II. He watched his there was a wild dog attack or a wolf or something attacks his brother. He pulls up the gun. He couldn't shoot. He just too scared to pull the trigger. Right, the shoot that his brother ends up dying because of it. And then he goes over to war, and throughout the whole time, you're faced in these positions where he keeps having flashbacks of that incident. You know, and then he ends. By the end of it, you are like this huge hero. You saved the day, and everybody's like, you're so great, but that's all he thinks about.
Yeah.
It's his brother. Because his dad was like, that's your fault. You know, and it just stuck with him all his life. It's an amazing storyline. Great. Like, I played it. I was like, because at that time, I didn't have, lost the internet or something for a little bit. I don't know, so the internet went out. I'm like, that's the only thing you could do is play storylines. So I was like, well, I'll just play storyline. And I got hooked.
Yeah.
I got hooked on that.
Well, that's what happens with me with Call of Duties. I jump straight to multiplayer. But the Modern Warfare 3 storyline was pretty good.
Original Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, original.
Yeah.
And then the new Black Ops 6 ain't bad.
I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I've been meaning to because I've heard that it's a good campaign.
Yeah, it is.
If you take the time, and I mean take the time, to dig into a storyline and I go into the lore, go into everything side, the Fallout franchise is absolutely golly.
But you have to commit to it.
Yes, you do.
I tried to explain the storyline to Fallout 4 to Christina, and it took me 10 minutes just to give enough of a history just to tell her about one quick story about a video I saw.
That's like, man, I was Emily when Fallout 76 would come on. It was so like when it came out. Of course, I didn't like it when it came out. I hated it, and then they fixed everything, and then I loved it. But while I was at work, she would play Fallout 76 and just go and all she would really do is go out and get all my junk and scrap it all down.
Yeah.
So by the time I got home, I had all this ammo and I
make-
could build everything. So, you know, she was having fun. I was having fun. She was helping me, but, you know, she thought it was great. But, anyway, sorry. I was looking at the live stream here. We got going on beside us.
This is a war going on. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I keep catching it.
It's not that, man. It's the chat.
Oh.
Yeah. But anyway,
I just saw
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Sorry about
I'm watching
that.
the fight.
Sorry about that. But yeah, that Fallout series, like, when the show come out, I had to go through and explain Emily a backstory of this show. Man, there was just so much. I'm like, look, you're just going to have to watch it. I watched the whole show by myself because I hit the mic. I'm sorry. I watched the show by myself, and I didn't think she'd like it. And I watched it, and then she come home. She's like, why didn't you tell me about it? She's like, I wanted to watch it. I said, it was so good. I watched it again immediately after watching. I'm probably going to start it again this weekend. Well, here in a little bit.
Because they've announced I think they just finished wrapping up filming season 2.
Dude,
and I will say this: if you don't know anything about the Fallout series, honestly, if you just pay attention to the show and watch the show, they explain enough of the Fallout series to where you understand the premise of it. But you have to watch the entire first season. If you watch the entire first season, you will understand most of the Fallout lore.
But I'd never even heard of Walter Goggins.
Yeah.
Never heard of that guy before. I don't watch
phenomenal
movies.
in it.
I don't watch TV shows. I don't watch anything like that.
Yeah.
He nailed that character.
Yeah, he
100% nailed it. That's probably
Well, and honestly, the what's her name? Was it like Susie or Sally or what was her name?
Oh, crap. The girl, the vault dweller.
Yeah.
Yes,
She nails it too.
She did great. Like the whole cast was great.
Yeah, like they nailed the casting on that. Like 1,000% nailed it. But I do have another topic since we've talked about the best storylines and all this stuff. What do you think is the most overrated gaming franchise?
Ooh.
I've got one that's a pretty hot take, but I want to see what you guys have to say.
Man, I have to think about it. Most overrated.
I feel like there's a few.
Y'all ain't gonna like this at all. Y'all definitely ain't gonna like it. I just don't like the game. I like the premise and the storyline, but I just don't like the game. The Last of Us.
That's the one I have in mind.
I just didn't like it. It just wasn't my style.
I swear, like, I know everybody's talking about, like, oh my god, it's the best story ever. I thought the story was boring, and I feel like they drug it out too much at points.
Yeah.
And there was, like, so many times, like, playing the first one and the second one while playing it, I'm like, they could have done more. They could have, they tried to do too much at times, too. Like, right whenever you think that it's about to end, then all of a sudden something else happens. Like, okay, well, now let me waste another hour of my life doing this little side thing that's kind of irrelevant to the story.
Right. Another thing that another game, how in the world can you mess up a Walking Dead game? It's the perfect premise, but every game that come out, Walking Dead, was terrible.
Yeah.
How do you mess that up? They gave you the perfect formula for a video game.
Yeah.
And they messed it up, man.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna piggyback off you since you're talking about that. I've seen a lot of people be like, "Oh, if you miss this game, you should play this game." So back in the day, I was really big on Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. Some
I
great,
was actually just thinking this exact
great
one.
games.
Yes.
And then I seen people say, "Well, if you miss that, because I lost my copy of Left 4 Dead 2, and for a long time you couldn't find it, like because I was gonna, play it on,
Yeah.
Right.
And man, people was like, just play Dead Island, just play Dead Island, and I'm like, those games are terrible. I don't like them at all.
Dead Island 2.
If you have people to play with,
Yeah,
playing with people makes it fun.
Yeah, I've never played it like that.
man, I thought you were going to talk about Back 4 Blood.
Oh
Because
no.
have you played it?
I haven't spent much time playing it. No.
No, it doesn't draw you in like Left 4 Dead did, even though it's supposed to be like, the revived version of it. And I hate that it did bad because I feel like if it would have done good enough to get a second one, they could have improved on it. But I don't think it did good enough to justify a second one.
Yeah. So.
You know what game, like zombie game that not a lot of people talk about? It's underrated. It's State of Decay. I really like. It's on Xbox. I really
Never
like
played
it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I
Good
did. I
game.
did play because it's like a survival.
Yeah, if one of your characters die on there, they're just
They're
dead.
dead. Yeah.
like
I
they're gone.
want to back up for a second.
And you level these characters up, so you put time and effort into these people, and when they die, they're dead. You're like, dang, man.
I want to back up for a second. There's a game I left out on storyline.
Oh, what's up?
I'll give this one an honorable mention. No Way Out. Have y'all ever played that?
I have not.
It's you're a prison escapee, and you can actually play the storyline with
It's
another.
co-op. I
Yeah,
know it's co-op.
yeah, and like depending on your choices, like the game's different. It's a really good storyline on that game.
I've like wanted to play it, but I just never.
Yeah,
got
it's a
into
good
it.
game.
Yeah, I've looked at it. Another game. I know we've already talked about this before that I just don't like. It's Skyrim. I just don't
man.
like
I
it.
love Skyrim.
I like Skyrim.
I put an unhealthy amount of time in that game.
I don't know, man.
In fact,
It's
I just started playing it again not too long ago.
And you know what? And the thing that I don't like it so much that like this Kingdom Come Deliverance, the new one that just come out, and then the old one. It just looks so similar to Skyrim that I'm like, I don't even want to give it the combat, not the game, but the combat stuff.
I
I'm
don't
just
like it.
I don't like that stuff.
Well, Kingdom Come Deliverance I've actually got it because I was at Walmart and I saw they had the Steelbook edition for like the same price as the regular one. And that's like one of the weird things that I collect is Steelbooks.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'll go ahead and get it because I was like, oh, I'll get it on the PlayStation Store or something. And I saw that I could get it like the Steelbook edition of it. The combat is so weird, and the dialogue. It is because like they'll hold their sword up a certain way, so you have to hit them on the opposite side. So you have to use your right stick to tell which side to hit them on, and then you can't
do all that.
Yeah, it requires a lot. Like, and then the dialogue options are really hard because you know how usually like in Fallout you can just increase your charisma or whatever,
right.
And then if you got really high charisma you can do different stuff. Well, within Kingdom Come Deliverance you actually have to break that down into different aspects within charisma or whatever. And then
that's too much.
It is entirely too much. If I wish I would have watched more gameplay. I probably wouldn't have even gotten the game. But I mean, I see why it could be appealing to people. But no, it ain't for me.
A franchise that obviously, Fallout's great franchise. I like the Assassin's Creed Fallout franchises.
Oh yeah,
I do too. I mean, they've definitely had some rough games in there. I'm so excited for Shadows though. Like I'm be honest, whenever Shadows comes out, I'll probably stream, and that's how you guys can get a hold of me for a while. May just turn my phone on silent. Christine, if you hear this, I'm sorry in advance, but
my favorite Assassin's Creed though is Assassin's Creed 3.
Yes,
Revolution.
that was
my
really good.
favorite one.
Man, Valhalla was amazing too.
Valhalla
I know
was
that
good.
God, it was long though. Oh my God, it was so long.
I loved Origins. It was a good one. It was a good one.
Honestly, I can't get into. Like, I want to.
It's too much. I do love the Greek aspect of it, and I love how you can go into battle, like the actual huge scale battles.
Yeah.
But the map and I know it's the way it was. There's a lot of water back there. Man, I just don't like sailing and all that crap. You know?
Well, if you don't like sailing, then what's your thoughts on Black Flag?
I don't like it.
Really?
Man, you know a game.
I played it because the storyline was good. I just don't
Yeah.
like that style. Like, I don't know.
Apparently, it's highly rumored to be getting a remake.
I mean, I'd play it again because I like Assassin's Creed. I have that much respect for the franchise.
Low key, a online multiplayer game that I really like to play every now and again. Sea of Thieves.
Oh yeah, we used to play that a lot back there. We'd
That's definitely a game I will only play with people. I have games that's like that. Like, if I don't have somebody to play with, I will not touch it. Like, Siege is one of those. If I've got a group, I'll play Siege with people. But you will not catch me playing Siege by myself with random people.
We're at 1 hour. One
I
hour
hate
in.
Siege. I absolutely hate Siege. Sea of Thieves though, great game. I love it. Except when I'm like, we're loaded now with treasure chest, and then you see that massive group of people. Because I'm usually like 2 or 3 people deep, and they show up like 6. And you're like,
Oh, yeah.
Man, we about to get smoked.
Yeah.
Start dumping stuff overboard.
Yeah, my accuracy with the cannons ain't great either.
No,
So I'll be on the waves and trying to shoot the other boats. And
Man,
I'll
I'm
be
just
honest,
not good at that game. So
we just jump on another boat with the swords and go at it.
yeah, I'm not good at that game. So I usually just get my character really drunk to where he's throwing up everywhere.
Oh man,
People will be fighting.
You can catch your throw up in a bucket and then throw it on people.
man, I used
We were doing that one night.
Yeah,
weren't we?
we
Like,
was.
was it a few times you actually played with us?
Yeah.
I used to hate like getting too drunk on the game and then you trying to run from somebody and you're like just stumbling everywhere.
Yeah, you're throwing up
Yeah.
everywhere.
Those skeletons are tough, man.
But yeah, we actually hit an hour, so I hope y'all enjoyed this just random BS episode, kicking it with the basement. I thought that was a really good episode. What y'all think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
What would y'all think about looking at doing this like at least one of our episodes a week?
We
I
can do
think
that.
it'd be good. Yeah.
Every Friday episode. Hey, let us know in the comments if you want every Friday episode to be kicking it with the basement. We just talk about random stuff.
Hey,
Let
if
us
there's
know in the
something,
comments.
if there's random topics you want us to discuss, let us know.
Yeah.
You know, not even just for this. If you see a conspiracy theory you want to hear us talk about, we'll look into it.
And
Absolutely.
if you want us to shout out your business or whatever, then hit us up in our DMs. We'll do it.
Absolutely. With that being said, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. I hope you enjoyed every bit of the content we created this week. More's to come. More great stuff's coming. We're going to have more lives coming up. With that being said, this is the basement where it's top level content from the lower level. Thank you for listening and watching.
Y'all take
Thank
it
you.
easy.